And find out a lot about everyone. I had occasion to talk to one woman in our church, and I said, well, how you doing? And I could tell she wasn't doing really well. She says, well, not so good, kind of funky really, not really very good. And so we talked a bit more, and she says, I feel like I'm always under this pressure. Not that other people are putting this pressure on me. I don't know where it comes from. But a pressure that makes me feel like I always have to be perfect. I always have to get it right. I have to do it so well. I have to excel. I have to. And somehow if I don't do that, and she couldn't even really finish the sentence, couldn't really elaborate on what the feeling is. And I could have finished it for her. You feel rejected. You feel unworthy. You feel like you haven't lived up, that you can't be used. And that kind of a feeling can come into our life from so many different perspectives. From a parent that is too perfectionist to a school teacher that hammers on us. We don't want to blame people. It's a demonic thing. And unfortunately, most believers fall into this trap of feeling that I've got to get it right and that there's a cutoff line somewhere and I'm going to get left behind or that the Christian life is this thing that you either you make it or you don't. And we're pushing in the hopes that we can get up over the edge and have enough forward momentum that we can roll down the other side. And if I've made a mistake, I haven't read my Bible in 3 months or whatever it happens to be, okay, that's the end of the story. You're finished. And again, I want to say, there is some correlation between the bounty that God brings through you for the sake of other people and the willingness that you have had to be obedient to the instruction and the counsel that He gives to us. There is a correlation. But the pressure that I'm not going to be accepted, I'm not going to be loved, I'm going to be left behind, I'm going to be, if I don't get it right or get it good enough, that is an absolute distortion of the truth of the Scripture as we go on to read.